Welcome to M7 My Mind Matters. I'm Paul Beck from engagewithsuccess.com. This is the ultimate destination for exploring the inner workings of your mind, unlocking the secrets to cultivating a success mindset, and igniting your personal growth for lasting inner peace. Through immersive workshops, you will experience the synergy of breathwork, mindfulness, and meditation as catalysts for your mental fitness and profound transformation. You'll be guided on a path to embrace the present moment, master your mind, and cultivate emotional management. Engage with success and attain your state of grace by tuning in for the live broadcast of M7 My Mind Matters on Mondays at 7 p.m. UK time, or catch up at your convenience on social media. Visit engagewithsuccess.com and click on the resources button for links and plenty of free inspiration. Hello there, very good evening to you. Thanks for joining us here on M7 My Mind Matters, live on Mondays at 7 p.m. Hey, I couldn't think of a more perfect scenario because the 10th of October is World Mental Health Day. And that's exactly what this podcast is all about. Not just talking about mental health, not just giving you suggestions of things to do, but literally, as you just saw in the opener, immersive workshops. So we can work on your mental health right here, right now. So perhaps you've had a tough day. Maybe you've been at work and you're feeling stressed. Maybe you fell out with your partner. Maybe you're going through a divorce. Maybe the kids are worrying you. Perhaps you've got friends or family that live abroad and there's difficult times wherever they may be. Then stress can really get to you. And tonight is all about taking the opportunity to stay relaxed, to stay calm, and to find the strength within you, the resilience within you to keep moving forward. And I think you'll agree, often when we get angry, when we get upset, when we allow emotions to take over, then we're not our very best. Well, I'm not just telling you to look through rose-colored glasses. I'm giving you the opportunity here to work with me over the next 45, 50 minutes. And we'll take the opportunity to give you a sense of calmness, of peace, inner peace. That's what's most important. Now, on M7, which stands for Mondays at 7 p.m., My Mind Matters is all about three very important tools. And I'm sure that on the 10th of October, there will be plenty of talk and posts and all sorts going on, talking about breath work, talking about mindfulness, which has already become very popular the last 10, 15, 20 years now, and meditation, which has been very popular for many years. What I like to suggest is that these trio of tools work beautifully together. You can use all three like we will tonight, or you can just use one at a time, or you could put two together. You could use one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one in the evening. You might have a favorite one for when you are feeling stressed and you just want to be reminded of how good it can feel when you're calm and relaxed. Now, there's lots of philosophies, lots of books on all of this type of information. And I think it's fair to say it can get a little bit confusing. But if you are stressed, if you are having a difficult time, if you are not at the peak of mental health, just spend a little bit of time with me this evening and find out what it's all about. If breath work is new to you, don't worry, you'll be able to learn it. And if mindfulness is something you've dabbled with or heard of, any preconceptions, drop them and just participate tonight. Playful out and enjoy it. And the same with meditation. Lots of people have heard these terms. They might think that you sit with your legs crossed going, om. We will not be doing that. I dare say that some schools of thought will do that, but that won't be happening here. I try to make all three of these tools something you can use in your everyday life. And by doing that, and every day is an important word here, or important words, because by doing these day in and day out, they are a practice. And if you do practice them, you'll get better and better and better. A little bit like, hey, you go to school and you learn to write, you learn to read. And the more you do it, the better you become. You go to college or university to learn a particular academic subject, or perhaps to go into art or drama, and you get better and better and better at it. And there's always that, you probably heard this, if you do something for 10,000 hours, then you will absolutely become an expert. And that's why now more and more and more we tried to get people to start golf earlier, football earlier. Much recently, the David Beckham story. I mean, that guy played football all his life. That's all he's ever dreamed of. And I dare say Tiger Woods is a very similar story, playing golf all his life. And they got more than the 10,000 hours in, and they become an absolute expert in what it is that they do. All right, let's take the opportunity to go into our first task. We will be sat down for this. I always like to say that you can be lying down if you wish, but the chances are you'll fall to sleep. And hey, if you're in a place where you wish you could sleep, perhaps you can't sleep in the evenings, perhaps at night you keep waking up, perhaps somebody's disturbing you, maybe you've got a lot on your mind and you just feel exhausted right now, then perhaps sleep is the best thing for you. So leave me on and let me help you go to sleep. And perhaps it will be a deep sleep. And perhaps you'll email me and say, that was the best sleep I've had in months. That would be great. But if you do have any questions or you would like to know some information, feel free to get in touch. It's info@engagewithsuccess.com. You can always go to the website, engagewithsuccess.com. Click on the resources button. Lots of information there for you on all sorts. Not just myself. It's not just me. It's about other teachers, books that will be helpful, movies and videos that could be useful for you. There's all sorts. I like to think of it as a hub of information and knowledge, all to do with well-being and ultimately to do with thought. This is all about thought. That's my domain. I believe that you create your reality with your thoughts. If you're depressed, if you're having a hard time, if you're stressed, it all comes back to your thoughts. And if that doesn't seem true to you at the moment, then bear with me and see how tonight goes. Let's see if I can prove it to you. Alrighty, when you're comfortable, sit up, get your back nice and straight, close your eyes, feet firmly on the floor. You can be with socks, with shoes, or bare feet. It's entirely up to you. And then close your eyes and get really, really comfortable. And when you're ready, take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Hold on to it for a moment and let it out. Deep breath in through the nose. Hold on to it for a moment and let it out through the mouth. Now just continue doing that at your own pace. I want you to put one hand on your chest and just feel your chest elevating, lifting as the air goes in and dropping as the air goes out. Excuse me. I just had a very hot curry for dinner and I can feel it on my chest, so apologies. This is live, so I can't change it. If I do cough or I do splutter, you get warts and all right here on my Mind Manners. Just focus on the air coming in and out and feel the chest rising and falling. I want you to add to that. And as you breathe in, imagine the air being beautifully fresh and clear and crisp. And feel it going down into your belly. Beyond the chest, feel it going into the belly, pushing down on the diaphragm. And in fact, let's lower the hand now from the chest. Put that onto the belly. And feel the belly rising and falling as you breathe. Now as you focus on the belly going up and down, as you focus on your breathing, as you imagine the clear, crisp white light coming in as you breathe in, notice that your focus, your attention been diverted. And that's really what these techniques are about, taking your mind off the worries, the fears, the anxiety, the stresses, and thinking about something else. And let's face it, in this fast-paced world, which is filled with constant stresses and demands, taking care of our mental health has never been more critical. I believe that's why there is a World Mental Health Day. It gives us the opportunity to be reminded, an opportunity to reflect on the importance of mental well-being. And of course, podcasts like this, or broadcasts, because you can watch it as well as just listen to it, we explore effective strategies to nurture our mental well-being and mental health. What I'm sharing with you tonight, just some of the tools that can promote this mental wellness. Breathwork, you'll find books on it. This is not just something I've got to share with you. You will find lots and lots of content, lots of information, and you might find this is the easiest and the best way for you. But I do believe that breath work and mindfulness and meditation are standout, powerful practices that can work together. You can use one or two or all three. It's entirely up to you. It depends on your scenario and where you are, and they can transform your lives. Keep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth at your own pace. And before we delve into the benefits of breath work and mindfulness and meditation, I think it's essential to understand the concept of mental health. What does it mean? What's it all about? Well, it's not merely the absence of mental illness, but it encompasses emotional, psychological, and social well-being. Because ultimately, our thoughts affect how we think, which in turn affect the way we feel, and then they affect the way that we act. They affect our behavior. And so ultimately, these thoughts, whether they're positive or negative, they shape our lives. They shape our relationships, shape our overall happiness. Becoming aware of that, understanding that, is life-changing, is transformative. That is not an exaggeration. Now, we're starting with breath work, and this is the practice that focuses on conscious control of your breath. I call it conscious breathing. And this can influence your mental and emotional state. Maybe you already feel calmer right now. It's a simple tool, but it is profound, and it can be harnessed in various ways. So we've already talked about stress reduction, but it can really help with emotional regulation. It can help you to focus. It can give you mental clarity, and it can improve your self-awareness. There are many reasons to do this. Okay, at this point, you've got your eyes closed. You've got your hand on your belly, just feeling the air come in and go out. Last thing I want to add into this mix, and week after week after week, I do change the exercises slightly. I introduce different ways, new ways, and then we repeat some, because it's only by repetition that you become an expert. You become masterful at some of these techniques. So the last part I want to add on this particular one is, as you breathe out, imagine that being the exhaust. Imagine that being the dirty air, the air that you've breathed in, you've enjoyed, and now as it comes out, it's a misty grey colour. So breathing in beautiful, clean, fresh air, and as you breathe out and the diaphragm pushes and the belly goes back in, the grey, dirty air comes out. Just imagine that for a moment. Okay, nice deep breath in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4. And let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 5. In through the nose now. Nice deep breath for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, when you're comfortable, open your eyes again. How do you feel now? Has that made a difference? Do you already feel like you've calmed down? If you've had a stressful day, can you feel that you're even more calm, more relaxed? Or has it not made a great deal of difference to you? Because if the breath work is helping, can you imagine how great it's going to be when we get into mindfulness? Can you imagine how great this is going to be when we get into meditation? Now, sometimes people have these ideas that when we do mindfulness and meditation, it stops you from thinking. I can't stop you from thinking. Nobody can stop you from thinking. You will always think. You're in a sea of thoughts, and ideas are coming to you constantly. But what we are able to do is focus our attention so that we can then just allow the thoughts to come and go and not affect us. That's what we're trying to do. We stay in a state of grace. The thoughts come in, the thoughts go out. I've shared this many times before. There's a great analogy in mindfulness that you can imagine standing on a railway bridge and the trains are coming through underneath. They're coming through the tunnel, they're coming out, and you can see them. Those are your thoughts. So you just watch them. You recognize them, you see them, and you just watch them go away. You don't have to do anything about it. You don't have to jump on that train. You don't have to be off with the train. Just see them coming and going, and coming and going, and coming and going. Now, of course, there are times when you might be looking for insights. And so then you're going to pay far more attention to your thoughts because you might be looking for answers, and that can happen too. So this is very powerful stuff that we're talking about. Okay, let's go on to mindfulness. Let's continue our journey this evening. Again, get comfortable in the chair. I want you to sit down, feet on the floor. Close your eyes, put your hands on the top of your legs. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Hold on to it for a moment and let it out through the mouth. And in mindfulness, we're going to use the 5 senses. That's our vision, our ability to hear, our sense of touch, of smell, and taste. We're going to use those to direct our attention to something other than what's going on around us. Now, ultimately, when you get the power to be able to focus on any one of these things so intently and not be worried about anything going on around you, that becomes unconditional. The conditions around you don't affect you. You have the power. So somebody can be screaming and shouting at you, and yet you're able to stay calm. That is power. And that's really what we're after. So when all hell breaks loose, when everyone else has lost their calm and is annoyed or angry, you're able to stay calm and composed. It's pretty amazing stuff. So let's start with sound. Because we've got our eyes closed, so keep your eyes closed. I'll turn off my music. And I want you right now to listen to the sounds in the room that you're in. What can you hear? Have you got a computer with a fan blowing or a disc spinning? Have you got a TV in a room next door? Maybe you can hear somebody cooking, pots and pans clashing, plates being washed up. Maybe you've got kids, grandkids, they're running around. Maybe someone's running a bath or a shower. You can hear the water running. Just see what you can hear around you. Let me give you a moment to do that. Now take your attention outside of the room that you're in. And see what you can hear going on outside. What noises can you hear outside of the room you're in, outside of the building that you're in? Can you hear people walking up and down the side street? Can you hear cars? Can you hear birds chirping? Can you hear planes in the air? What can you hear outside the building you're in? So again, these are techniques that you can use. You could be in the office. If nobody can see you, feel free to close your eyes and focus on any one of these senses. But if you're in a meeting or you've got someone with you and you can feel you're losing it, then perhaps this isn't the right one to do it with. But of course, listening skills are important. If you're having a staff meeting, you're talking to somebody in front of you, listening to them, listening intently to what they have to say is an important skill. It's called active listening. If you've not heard of that before, I suggest you look it up and see just how powerful active listening can be. As a coach, that is an amazing tool. And that is the essence of the difference between a trainer and a coach. So as a trainer, I will share information with you. I will impart information. Think of me as a teacher. That's a trainer, a teacher. They're teaching information, sharing information. But as a coach, a great coach will be a good listener. And they'll be able to hear every word you say. And if they're not sure what you might mean by it, because they don't want to assume they understand, they should ask you more and more questions. And this is why a coaching relationship can be so powerful, because you feel like you've been heard for the first time. Okay, let's move our attention now from sound. Let's take it to touch. Focus on your hands on your legs at the moment. And just rub your hands up and down on your legs and feel the fabric beneath them. Maybe just move your fingers around gently and see if you can feel the fabric. Don't look, don't open your eyes, don't see what you're wearing. See if you can identify it, see if you can remember it just by feeling, oh yeah, this is that silky dress. Oh yeah, this is woolen trousers. Oh, it's the cotton of my denim. What can you feel? Is the fabric soft? Is it warm? Is it cold? Is it bumpy? Is it flat? Just paying attention to what your fingertips can feel. Now, another way to do this is to literally put your fingers, the two hands, all 5 fingers, or 2 thumbs and 8 fingers, against each other and rub them gently. That's another way to do the same thing. It's just being able to feel something and pay attention to it. Okay, I'm going to move you on to taste. Focus on the taste. What's going on inside your mouth? Have you just eaten, just had lunch or dinner? You just had a coffee or a tea, a glass of wine? Can you taste it? Now, we're simply identifying the taste that is in your mouth now, but you can do mindfulness tasting. So when you're out for dinner or you're just sitting down at home for dinner, take your time to eat slowly and enjoy every morsel. Tasting the sauce, paying attention to the textures, the heat or the cold. It's amazing. This is really good. If you love chocolate, go for it. A little square of chocolate and just suck on that gently. Feel it melting in your mouth, the different textures coming through, the flavor coming through. It's gorgeous. Maybe you like your crisps. Maybe you like something spicy. Give it a go. Really, really, really pay attention to the flavors in your mouth. And let's go on to smell. Can you smell anything in the room that you're in? Can you smell maybe a leather sofa or a leather chair? Maybe the window's open, you can smell pollution coming in from vehicles. Maybe someone is cooking and you can smell fish or some exotic food, a curry perhaps, something of that nature. Maybe you can smell your own aftershave, or your partner's been in the room and you can smell him or her. Well, that's nice. That is lovely. Okay, I'm going to go on to the last one now, and that is vision. So when you're ready, open your eyes. Now, again, while I'm chatting away, the chances are you're listening to me, you're focused on me, your attention is with me. And so you might find this is very, very relaxing. It's almost like a guided meditation. We're not meditating yet, this is just mindfulness, but it does feel like it's a guided meditation. And when you do this on your own, whether you're using sight or hearing or taste, you might find your mind wanders a lot more. That is absolutely normal. Do not be worried about that. Do not think you're failing. You're simply learning how to do this to a much higher degree. And it takes time. And just think, if you do it every day for a few minutes, you'll get better and better and better. If you do it once a week, you will get better and better and better, but it'll take longer. It's as simple as that. So now with sight, I want you to look straight ahead. Look for something interesting. Maybe it's wallpaper. Maybe there's a picture in front of you. If you can't see anything, there's nothing there, maybe lean to the left or the right and just look for something interesting. A lampshade, a pillow, something that can get your attention. And let's first of all focus on colors. What color or colors can you see? And if it's one color, are there lots of shades in there? For example, if it's just a white pillow, it's not flat probably, so you can see lumps and bumps, and so that will create shade. See if you can identify those gentle changes in the color. Now don't touch the object, but just imagine what it would feel like if you did. Is it smooth and silky? Would it feel like cotton? Is it woolen? Could you feel the hairs on there? Is it a shaggy pile? There's so many things it could be. What would it feel like? Just use your imagination, your mind's eye, to imagine what it would feel like. And then finally, what about temperature? Would it be freezing cold when you touch it? Would it be room temperature? Lukewarm? Would it be hot? It's going to depend what you're looking at, but you just decide. Just play with it in your mind's eye, with your imagination right now. Imagine how hot or cold that might be. Okay. So those are the 5 senses, and you can argue that breathing is your 6th sense, so we've been able to use that as well. So those are 6 tools that you've got for calming yourself down. And again, the key to success here is simply diverting your focus, your attention to something, and put it right in. And look for things you may never have seen before. You've seen that pillow, you've seen that headboard, you've seen that wall, you've seen that painting a million times, but today you found something new. That's the kind of attention you want to be paying, and that can really help you get out of a funk, calm down, feel better. And then breathing in deeply and breathing out at the very same time, doing these thoughts and emotions are all changing. Okay, we're going to take our deepest dive, and tonight I want to focus on meditation more than the other 2. So again, I changed this up. So some weeks you might find that I do a big section on breathwork, breathing, or I might do a big section on mindfulness. Tonight, I want to focus most of my time. We've got about 30 minutes to go. I'm going to spend most of my time on this meditation. So again, I want you to get comfortable. If you've been sat down all day, and like, it could be in a car seat, a van seat, a lorry seat, it might have been at a desk. If you've been on your feet and your feet are aching, take a moment right now to get really, really comfortable. If you need to stand up for a moment, shake it out, do that. If you can feel stress in your shoulders or your arms, shake them, wiggle them out gently. Lean your neck left to right. Please don't do that fast. Do it nice and gently. Just get really, really comfortable. Okay, when you're ready, I want you to take the opportunity right now to close your eyes once again. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Now, with your eyes closed, I want you to imagine a ball, a miniature sunshine, if you will, about the size of a golf ball, a ping pong ball, even a tennis ball, about 4, 5, 6 inches in front of you. And now imagine it to be rotating, revolving, orbiting, round and round it goes, sitting there 4, 5 or 6 inches in front of you, just going round and around and around, nice and gently, not too fast, and it goes. But more importantly, it's the sunshine, it's a little ball of sun. So you can feel the heat coming off of that ball. And that heat is coming down to your eyelids. And it's almost like sunbathing. Oh, that feels good. That feels really, really, really good. Now, I want you to bear in mind that all of these today are dedicated to World Mental Health Day. And as we go into meditation, we're really thinking about tranquility. So meditation is a practice that involves focusing the mind on an object, a thought, or an activity. In this case, it's going to be an activity. This one's called the body scan. It's a classic. Then I'll take it off and use your imagination because we've got more time than we usually do tonight. Now, this can help you to cultivate clarity and emotional calmness. If that sounds good to you, then really play along with me tonight. Listen to every word and feel that joy, feel that fulfillment, feel that calmness coming over you. Now, the benefits of meditation for mental health, that's our focus tonight, are numerous. There are plenty of them. I'm going to share some of those with you right now. So first of all, stress reduction. If you are stressing, if you're having a difficult time right now, whether it's midlife crisis or changing of jobs, moving house, difficulties with a partner or the kids, regular meditation practice has been shown to lower stress levels by decreasing the production of stress hormones and promoting relaxation. This is scientifically proven now. Now, anxiety management. Meditation can help alleviate symptoms of anxiety by helping you to gain control over the racing thoughts that could be going through your head and physical sensations that you might be feeling in your body. Here's another really good one: sleep. Improving your sleep. So meditation can enhance the quality of sleep by calming the mind and reducing insomnia symptoms. Again, that might be exactly what you're looking for. And then the last one I covered tonight is greater empathy and compassion. There are more. I'm just going to cover these few. So meditation can foster feelings of empathy, compassion, and it can help you to enhance interpersonal relationships and overall well-being. So that's not just family, it's not just at home, that could be professional too. And while each of these practices, breathwork, mindfulness, and meditation, offer unique benefits, they are most powerful, at least I believe they are most powerful when integrated into a holistic wellness routine. And by combining these practices, oh boy, we can provide a comprehensive approach to mental health. This stuff is life-changing. If you know someone that's struggling, please send them to M7 My Mind Matters. Get them to listen in. Go to engagewithsuccess.com and they've got the opportunity to catch up. All these recordings are available. They're on YouTube, they're on Instagram, they're on Facebook. So you can find more of this stuff. And if you, well, I don't want you to listen to it in the car while you're driving, because obviously I'm saying close your eyes and get comfortable and relax. So not great while you're driving. But if you want to sit on a lunch hour, taking a break and listen to these on a podcast, they're in that format too. So you can imagine now starting your day with breath work. You set a calm tone and reduce stress. Or you could incorporate mindfulness into daily activities like eating. I shared that one a little earlier. You could take mindful walks. Dr. Joe Dispenza often talks about walking meditation. So there is a lot of content out there these days, and this is becoming more and more popular because it's more and more proven, scientifically proven, evidence-based information. And every day you could dedicate some time to meditation, not just for deep relaxation, but for self-reflection. So on World Mental Health Day, that's the 10th of October every year, let's recognize the transformative potential of breathwork, mindfulness, and meditation, the way that it can nurture our mental well-being. So these three practices empower us to take control of our mental health, reduce our stress, manage our emotions, and cultivate a sense of inner peace. I don't know about you, but for me, inner peace is such an important thing. If you've got inner peace, and I'm talking true inner peace, not just moments of calmness, but inner peace, you can deal with everyone and everything to such a higher degree. And by integrating these tools into our daily lives, we can cultivate, we can embark on a journey toward greater mental health, emotional resilience, and ultimately more fulfillment, overall happiness. So take a deep breath, be in the present moment, and make a commitment to prioritize your mental health. And not just today, not just on World Mental Health Day, but every day. Okay, let's get back to this ball of light. That sunshine, 4, 5, 6 inches in front of your eyes, rotating, orbiting, spinning around. And you can feel the light, warmth, the sun rays now on your eyelids. And the longer it sits there, the bigger the pools of light are on your eyelids. Imagine getting deeper and deeper and deeper, a pool of light. Now the great thing is, this light is loving, this light is rejuvenating, this light is relaxing. And now allow it to penetrate the eyelids and actually envelop, embrace your eyes. So if your eyes are tired, if you wear glasses, you've been driving a lot today, reading a lot today, using screens a lot today, and just feel your eyes calm down. Feel your eyes relax. Take that light now up onto the bridge of the nose, and from the bridge of the nose, take it up onto the forehead, and then spread it out from left to right. Feel it massaging your forehead. Now, if you need to, or you would like to, put your thumbs on your temples and put your 4 fingers of each hand onto your forehead, and then just massage it. Feel how relaxing that is. Feel that light now going up beyond the forehead. Feel it going up onto this scalp, onto the top of your head. And again, you could keep your fingers on your temples and massage your scalp if you would like to. You don't have to. If you like the idea, think that sounds good, I want to give that a go, do it, give it a go. Now take that light, golden or white light, you decide, bring it down the back of the head, onto the back of the neck. Feel the massage. Imagine someone's behind you right now, massaging your neck. Let's take the light a little further now. Let's go into our left and right shoulders. Again, you can imagine hands on your shoulders, kneading your shoulders. Oh, that feels good. Now let's take the energy down the right arm, into the right shoulder, over the biceps and the triceps, spinning around the arm. Imagine it massaging those muscles, now coming into the elbow. If you've got any aches or pains in those elbows, they are released right now. Continuing our journey, take that light round and round and round the forearm into the wrist. Now the wrist, often with rheumatism, arthritis, that nature, could be a right pain. Imagine that white light healing, soothing, at least soothing the wrist. In your mind's eye, imagine the energy coming down into the arm, into the hand, and 5 beams of light now coming out through the thumb, the first, the second, the third, and the fourth finger. 5 beams of light out of the right hand only. Let's go top left now. Top left, back to the shoulder, left hand shoulder. Coming down the shoulder now, over the biceps and the triceps. Exactly the same idea. The light spinning around that arm. Over the biceps, the triceps, coming into the elbow now. Relaxing, rejuvenating, refreshing. And now past the elbow onto the forearm. Round and round that light goes. You can feel it soothing you, relaxing you. And now from the wrist, coming out into the palm of the hand and then out through the 5 fingers. The left thumb, the first, the second, the third, and the fourth thumb. 4 beams of light out the fingers, 1 coming out of the thumb. 5 beams of light out of the left hand, 5 beams of light out of the right hand. Okay, let's take our attention back to the back of the neck. Bring that light down now, draw it down, pull it down around to the front of the torso, front of your body, the upper body now, bringing it down over your chest, onto the rib cage, and imagine that light penetrating the skin and now cooling, calming, relaxing the lungs, most importantly the heart. Feel that energy continue its journey way down now, over the rib cage, down onto the belly, the organs inside benefiting from this gorgeous white light, this golden light, this loving light. And now bringing it down even further, down to the waistline, and imagine the light now goes all the way around your waist like a belt, round and round and round and round and round and round it goes. Let's take the energy back to the back of the neck, and now we're going to bring it down the spine, vertebra by vertebra by vertebra. Do it in your own time. If you need to, sit up nice and straight and feel the back. Feel the back, feel the energy coming down through the spine. About halfway now, continuing that journey. In between each of those vertebrae, each of those spinal bones, little cushions are in there. Imagine those being rehydrated. Like little airbags between each of the bones. Stop them rubbing against each other. Down we go now, at the very bottom of the spine, and now have that energy join the light that's spinning around where your belt would be. Round and round and round and round it goes. Round and round and round and round it goes. And now your entire upper torso is fully illuminated, feeling good, feeling fabulous. Let's take that energy now down into the buttocks, the left and the right buttocks. Let's focus on the right hand side. That energy now coming down the buttocks onto the big muscles at the top of the legs. Round and round it goes. Imagine it spiraling round. A tornado whizzing around the top part of the leg. Coming down to the knee now, into the knee. Spinning around and around and around and around. If you've got any aches or pains, rheumatism, arthritis in those knees, imagine it dissipating, being removed, disappearing right now. Down the right hand leg over the biceps and the triceps. Feeling good all the time, feeling better and better and better. Feel the energy going beyond the knee now, down to the right hand shins, calves, into the ankle. From the ankle now into the ball of the foot, from the ball of the foot. Bring that light forward now on the flat of the foot, past the arch of the foot, onto the very front now, and now bursting out of the 5 toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 beams of light coming out the right hand foot. Let's go to the left hand now. Left hand buttock, bringing the energy down over the leg, round and round it spins. onto the knees, allowing any negative energy, any tension, any stress, any anxiety removed, just disappearing into the ether, coming down through the lower part of the leg now, over the calves. And now on to the ankle, from the ankle into the foot, the ball of the foot, the back of the foot, and then the arch of the foot coming forward into the flat of the foot, and then finally coming out from the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. 5 beams of light come out the left hand foot now. So that's both feet illuminated, both hands illuminated. The entire body is filled with this gorgeous light. As you feel that light warming the body, energizing the body, just put a little smile on your face, knowing that everything is okay. Now for the last part, I want to take you to a place that's special to you, sacred to you, somewhere in nature, somewhere you'd love to go. Maybe it's somewhere you really do know. There are lots of options here. It could be the beach. Maybe that's somewhere you would love to be. Maybe you've been lucky enough to go on holiday to the Caribbean, or somewhere hot with beautiful beaches, Thailand. So many great countries, aren't there, with beautiful beaches? Mauritius, Fiji, Hawaii, LA. There's so many great beaches. The UK, we've got some great beaches here. Out on the coast of Anglia, down in the southwest, lots of great beaches. In Kent, Sandwich Bay, beautiful. So if that works for you, just imagine right now looking at the beautiful scenery. If it's not a beach, what would it be for you? Would it be a meadow? Maybe it's a meadow. Lots of high grass, lots of wild flowers, maybe a few trees. Maybe you've gone into the woods. Maybe it's the forest for you. Can you imagine now being surrounded by trees? You look up, you can see the blue sky, but there are lots and lots and lots of branches with leaves on. Maybe there's a stream nearby. You can hear the water trickling. Or maybe you're up in the mountains. It's so high up, you expect it to be cold, but wow, it's beautiful and warm. You can feel the sun. You're above the clouds. It is so hot up there, it's really caught you off guard. You decide. But make it clear. Let's work on your imagination now. Use that imagination to make this image clearer and clearer and clearer. Now I want you to imagine in your mind's eye that you now lay down in that environment. Lay down and feel the ground support you. So if you're at the beach, perhaps it's pebbles, perhaps it's sand. If you're in a meadow, maybe it's grass, but the soil beneath that is damp and cold. Or maybe it's been sunny for weeks and so it's really, really hard and dry. If you're up in the mountains, you've got to decide, are you on the rocks, or have you found a tiny little pasture? There's actually a little bit of grass there and you can really enjoy yourself. You can really get comfortable. Or maybe it's even snow where you are. You decide. There's no right or wrong. Just find a beautiful place and lie down. And whilst you're lying down, I want you to imagine the sounds around you. What can you hear? If you're at the beach, can you hear the sea? Can you hear other people? Can you hear the seagulls squawking? If you're in the forest, is the wind blowing through the trees? If you're in the meadow, can you hear it in the grass? Make it as vivid as possible. Now you're still lying on your back, so imagine, don't do this, but just imagine in your mind's eye that you open your eyes and you're looking at that blue sky. And there's a few clouds up there, but you can see the blue sky. And think of those clouds as the negativity. Think of those clouds as the negative thoughts that sometimes blur the sun, hide the sun, make us think that it's a horrible day. But actually behind those clouds is still that beautiful blue sky and still that sunshine. The clouds come and the clouds go, and it's just like your negative thoughts. They come and they go. They come and they go. Just enjoy that moment. Now pay attention to the blue sky. In fact, make the sky bluer. Make it even bluer. Increase it by 10, 20%, 20% bluer. Let's push the boundaries. Let's go even bluer now. Even bluer, a beautiful, bright blue sky. And now there's not a cloud in the sky. It's just you and the sunshine. That feels good, really good. That feels really good. You're so relaxed. You're so at peace. Now I want you to imagine that a bird, wherever you are, it could be a seagull at the beach, it could be an eagle if you're in the mountains, it could be a parrot if you're in a forest, it could be a magpie if you're in the woods. You decide, it doesn't matter. But the bird is flying around in the sky and it notices you, so it flies down to the ground and it lands about 6 feet away. You can hear it squawking. It's looking, it wants to know what the heck is going on. What's going on over there? It gets closer to you and closer to you. It's coming closer to you and closer to you. And now it's really close. In fact, it gets so close you can feel its beak against your arm. It's kind of prodding you just to see if you are alive or not. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't even scare you. You're not scared. It's just a beautiful bird that's got close and now it's prodding you to see if you move. But you don't. You just lie there, totally calm, totally rested, totally happy, totally content. Now that bird's touched you and nudged you, it backs off, it takes to the air and it flies away. I want you to put your attention now onto the ground beneath you. You can feel it supporting you. You can feel the ground supporting you. And again, it might be sand. Is it dry or is it wet? Is it pebbles? Is it snow in the mountains? Is that snow wet or is it really dry? And if you're in the woods, has the shade meant that the ground is still wet, or has it been weeks and weeks and weeks since it had rain? You decide. There is no right or wrong. Just feel the ground supporting you, holding you. Feels really good, really relaxing. And now I want you to imagine whilst you're lying there on the ground, imagine that ball of light, that energy that you've been holding on your body. Imagine that now radiating out 12 inches from your body. 12 inches, a foot. You are surrounded like it's like you're radioactive and you are glowing. Now push that energy further out, 2 feet out, 3 feet out, 4 feet out, 5 feet out, 6 feet out. That's what, 2 meters now, 2 meters around you, coming off of, emanating from your arms, your legs, your head, your face. And you are absolutely this embodiment of bright white or golden light. And you feel amazing. You can feel this energy running through your body. You are in the flow. It feels fabulous. I want you to take a moment just to imagine peace and joy emanating from you, just like that golden light, that white light. Imagine right now peace, joy, happiness, moments of fulfillment emanating from you. If somebody was to be near you right now, they'd say, wow, you're in a good mood. What's going on with you? They can feel it, not just see it, they can feel it. Okay, as we bring this to an end right now, I want you to imagine all of that light coming back into your body. Bringing it back from 6 feet to 5 to 4 to 3 to 2 to 1, back into your body. Let's draw that light up now from the feet, up through the legs, both legs at the same time, into the knees, from the knees up through the bigger parts of the legs, into the buttocks. Now from the buttocks, coming up the front and the back, torso, up over the body, bringing it up and up and up and up and up, now over the chest and back up to the neck. Bring the light up now through the left and right hand, into the wrists, into the forearm, into the elbows, into the upper arms, into the shoulders, where it joins with the light on the neck. All of that light now coming together and making its way up the back of your neck, over the top of your head, down onto your forehead, from your forehead over your eyes, 2 pools of light sitting there over your eyes. And now you can see all of that light draining back into that sunshine. And that sunshine is your friend. That sunshine is your batteries. And you've just been fully recharged. Now that you're fully charged, that little ball, that sunshine disappears. Off it goes. Boom, like a shooting star. I want you to hold on to that energy, hold on to that positivity, hold on to how good you feel right now. Put a smile on your face. Hold on to it for a moment. And when you're ready, only when you're ready, open your eyes. So that was a deep dive on meditation. I hope you see the way that these 3 tools can work together. Do take a moment, especially on the 10th of October, especially on World Mental Health Day, to think about your own mental health. That doesn't mean that you've got issues. It doesn't mean that you're stressed. It just means that you are contemplating and considering how you can care for yourself. One of the easiest ways, make sure you get enough sleep. Just get some sleep. Get to bed early for once, perhaps. Okay, I thank you for your time. Again, if you'd like more details or want to reach out, go to engagewithsuccess.com. This is Paul Beck signing off for My Mind Matters. This is the ultimate destination for exploring the inner workings of your mind, unlocking the secrets to cultivating a success mindset, and igniting your personal growth for lasting inner peace. Through immersive workshops, you will experience the synergy of breathwork, mindfulness, and meditation as catalysts for your mental fitness and profound transformation. You'll be guided on a path to embrace the present moment, master your mind, and cultivate emotional management. Engage with success and attain your state of grace by tuning in for the live broadcast of M7 My Mind Matters on Mondays at 7 p.m. UK time, or catch up at your convenience on social media. Visit engagewithsuccess.com and click on the resources button for links and plenty of free inspiration.